Hello and welcome to day 3. And take a moment to relax. For some people, that's quite a bit just to think about. And there's a simple formula, really. It's all about stopping what's holding you back and starting doing what will move you forward. So that's the simple formula for living the life you were born to live. This is pretty simple stuff, right? So once you get the hang of this, it really is cool, right? So today we're going to be talking about cutting down or stopping. But the first thing we're going to do is talk about cutting down. And remember this concept, priority versus value, right? Priority is the things that you've prioritized. Valuable is everything else that you might enjoy. So if you're prioritizing it, make time for it. If it's valuable, you're going to find out what to do with that next. That's usually how to cut down, all right? Because we might like some of these things. So here's the quick start guide, or more appropriately, the quick stop or quick cut down guide. And so here's the just cut down formula. One thing, last thing, floor and ceiling, and celebrate. Right? Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? So for now, again, let go of the barriers and just write down one thing you'd like to cut down on. If you already have your one thing, great. If you don't, just take out a little piece of paper and jot down some notes. There'll be a form at the end. And then last thing, you do everything else before. Because in this concept, delaying is freedom, right? So that's the main tool we're using here for this, is you're going to delay it. You're going to delay it after you do your priority items. You know, your A list, if you're a list maker, put your priority items as A's, right? And then the lesser important ones are B's or C's. And you do your A's and your B's first before you get to your C's. It's pretty easy, right? When you start to think about it that way. Other ways you can do this is you can do a set window of time, like intermittent fasting. A lot of people do that. They eat between this period, and they don't eat after that. Or if you want to do deep cycles of work, you do 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes off. Or you can set whatever you want to do, 45 minutes and 10, whatever works for you. But you do this deep focused work and then you take a little time off. Another way to do this is to set a curfew, like I don't do this after this time, right? So no TV or social media after X, or no snacking after X, or maybe if you're a binge watcher, I can only watch one show and then I got to take a break. Right? Now there are 3 things that you can do. One is to make it hidden, right? So if you have an app on your phone that you're accessing too much of, take it off your phone. Make it a little bit harder for you, right? Make it hard, meaning, for certain things, you might even want to put it underneath stuff in the garage so that if you really want to do it, you can, but it's not going to be easy access. And then making it hurt for those ones that you've struggled with and you still haven't quite succeeded. So the floor and ceiling's just a little bit different here, but the same concept. The floor is your ideal this time, and your ceiling is the most that you can do. Pretty cool. And then celebrate. Anytime you have those micro-wins, you make it through, you do your first things first, your last things last, celebrate that. What is it? Is it a fist pump? All right, so simple formula, one thing, last thing, floor and ceiling, celebrate. So go through the worksheet and enjoy cutting down on the things that no longer feed you. And I'll see you tomorrow.